welcome back to the gymnasium. It's getting wet outside, so we have some new activities to keep you moving inside safely and having fun with your family, brothers and sisters, and anybody around you. We're going to be starting off with some new brain boosters. Some I will be giving you directions. Others will be non-verbal again as I take you through each of those exercises. Then we're going to play some new games. We're going to play some around the world with our throwing skills. And we're also going to get that beanbag we built last week and possibly build another one so we can play our new game, Toss 11. So get your equipment, get ready to move, and let's play. For this brain booster, it is called triangle and square. With one of my hands, I am going to draw a triangle out in front of me. Do it a couple times. Any direction you would like. The other hand, draw a rectangle. Again, draw it several times. Now, let's try to do them at the same time. I'm going to start my rectangle up here and triangle down here, and I'm going to draw my lines. And see if I can do it again. Is it hard? Mr. Bertram's having to concentrate. There we are. Try it out. Rectangle and triangle. In this brain booster, the lying 8, you are going to be taking your thumb and fingers and matching them up with the other hand, forming a triangle. Then I'm going to begin shaping a 8, a figure 8 out in front of me. So I'm going to be swooping down and around, creating that 8 out in front of me, preferably as big as you can. Then I'm going to try to move my hands and look through that triangle at the same time all the way around while making my 8. The lying 8. Try it out. Welcome to the PE Makerspace, or the PE Lab. Today we're going to be building a beanbag just from simple supplies that we have at home. Before we begin looking for supplies, make sure you're talking to a parent or sibling to make sure they can help you find those supplies that are available to you. I thank Mr. Eric, our maintenance man, for helping me with my supplies and making sure I have duct tape and a cloth. So what you're going to need is that roll of duct tape. I have nice red duct tape, a cloth, a shirt, socks, some sort of cloth that we're going to be able to fold up. And then optional, but I suggested, is something weighted. Some marbles, some dry beans would work, and I would avoid using pebbles or rocks, but that is an option. So go find those supplies, and I'm going to meet you right back here, and we're going to make ourselves something like this, beanbag. Okay, I am going to move my duct tape out of the way. I have made 6 12-inch long strips. They can be longer, they can be shorter, but you can have as many as you want as well. And I'll show you in a moment how to use those. Our cloth. We're going to take our cloth and we're going to fold it into a third. But first, we're going to add those optional weights. So I'm going to put my marbles in the middle. That looks like a good weight. I think we can always adjust and make more beanbags. So I'm going to fold this over, kind of like I'm making a burrito. Mr. Bertram may not be the best at making burritos, but I know it'll stay in there. Fold the other side over. So my marbles are right there in the middle. Then I'm going to fold another third over the top of the marbles. And then the tricky part, I'm not going to put it on top here. I'm going to flip it over so these marbles down there have some protection too, because we want to keep them right there in our middle. Okay, so we have them folded up, but now we need to get them secure. So I'm going to take my duct tape, put it down on my working space. I'm sure it's sticking to your fingers like mine. Remember to pause anytime if you need to. Get your stuff in the right spot. I'm going to put my beanbag, boom, right in the middle. I'm going to fold over my duct tape. You can make it tight, loose. Remember, you can adjust this as much as you want. It does not need to look pretty. It just needs to hold your beanbags and be weighted. Okay, so I have those 2 strips. Remember, I got 4 more strips over here waiting. So I'm going to put those down on the ground as well. Some bigger, some smaller. Again, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it holds. All right then, so I put those pieces that way. Let's put them this way this time, huh? So I'm gonna lay them on top. Secure that beanbag. Ooh, this is a big long one, so we're gonna see some difficulty. Now, I'm just gonna tear this. Again, doesn't matter a whole lot. Because we like tape, we're gonna put it right there. Now, I have 2 extra strips just to make sure mine isn't going anywhere. But I feel confident in my beanbag and I want it kind of soft, so I'm just gonna put 1 more on here. Okay. And if I wanted to completely secure it, I had 1 long one just left over, and I would roll it up. So that's my beanbag. You try it out. Remember, you can adjust the weight and make as many as you want. Let's go play with it. For our first game today, it will be called Toss 11. The equipment you're going to need, first of all, is a safe space to play. Ask your parents where a good safe space would be for you to toss some beanbags from a short distance from inside, especially if it's continuing to rain outside. Okay? You will need possibly a couple chairs would work best, or stools to put your target on. I am using a box in this instance. So chairs, stools, or even a box will work to elevate your target off the ground. Make sure it's got a large flat surface on top enough. Then you will need a target. You can have a cup. I suggest a water bottle if you want a little heavier target. You can fill water with it. Make sure that cap is secured. And make sure it's a plastic cup and you've asked for permission to use it. Okay? I'm going to keep my cup up here. And then we're going to pull out that bean bag we built a couple weeks ago. And you can use just one beanbag, or you can also build another one if you have the supplies to do so easily. Okay, so this game can be played with one beanbag or two beanbags, all right? So I have my target set up on this side. I can also set one up on the other side if I'm playing with two people. I could play alone or I could play with two people. When I toss my beanbag, just like when I throw, if I'm throwing with my right hand, I'm going to step forward with my left foot and toss underhand, since we are playing inside. If you're outside, you may toss overhand. Remember, if I'm throwing with my right hand, step forward with that left foot. If I'm throwing with my left hand, I'm going to step forward with my right foot. Okay? Or if I'm underhand, toss it. Even if you're right-handed, try left-handed. Even if you're left-handed, try right hand. So once I have all my equipment set up, I'm ready to play. I have my target, and I have two beanbags. I'm going to be playing by myself. When I throw over to the target, I can earn one of three types of points. If my beanbag is thrown over and it lands on the chair or stool, or in my case, the box, this is 1 point. It didn't knock over the cup, but it did land on the box, so that is 1 point. If I throw the beanbag and it boink, knocks off my cup, my beanbag falls off, 2 points. If my target comes in, knocks off my target, beanbag lands, target falls over, 3 points. Okay? 1, 2, sorry, 3. Try it out. Play up to 11 points and then start a game over. Try it out. Toss 11 with beanbags, targets, find a safe space. Next game. This game is called Around the World. Very similar to when you play Around the World for basketball. We are going to set out 5 markers right in front of our target. Our target, again, is going to be our cup or our water bottle or whatever we used for our prior game. You can see I still have my box, so you can still use your chair. This is also a game we can play outside. So we set up our target right in front of us, and then we're going to set our markers where we're going to throw from or toss from out in front of that target. Okay? So get your target, get your markers, and get 1 beanbag. Go. I would start from the first spot in my Around the World. My target is set up in front of me. I'm going to throw until I knock over that target. Remember, I step forward with my opposite foot and toss towards it. When I knock it over, pick up your target, place it back up, go to your next marker, and I will continue to throw and toss here until I make it. If I miss it, quickly get it, and go back again, and continue to throw until you hit your last. Now, in Around the World, you can play by yourself, or you can have 2 of you going at the same time. Just start on opposite ends of the world, and then there will be some crossover, and you may need to put 2 targets up, but it's really fun to play with 2 people. So again, make sure you have safe space and a safe target to use, and hopefully somebody to play with. Try it out, enjoy our games this week.